Hello everyone, welcome to Impromptu English with Neon. Today's video is very special. I want to walk you through an entire IELTS writing task 2 essay written by myself. So if you don't know, I've got a band score of overall 8.5 on the IELTS, and in writing my score was a band 8. And usually people get very low scores on writing compared to their other module scores. So a band 8 is actually, you can consider it a band 9 in other modules. So I have written actually one essay for each type of essay when I was preparing, not only for my own test but also for my students, because I also have an IELTS course and I also provide IELTS feedback on writing and speaking. So if anybody is interested, you can drop by in the comments. You can mail me at muhaiminul@gmail.com. Just my name and gmail.com. So as you can see here, I wrote an essay for every single type of IELTS essay type, particularly in writing task 2. So writing task 1 is not actually an essay, it's a report. So when we talk about IELTS essays, we talk about IELTS writing task 2, both in the academic as well as in the general training module. So I've also given the word count here. It's a sample essay of a cause and effect type of essay. So let's read this one. This is the question. In their advertising, businesses nowadays usually emphasize that their products are new in some way. Why is this? Do you think it is a positive or negative development? So as you can see here, I have categorized this question. This is the question. I have categorized it as a cause and effect essay. What is a cause and effect essay? First, we have to write about the cause or why, the why of it. And the effect, it's the result. Why does this happen? What is the result? Why does global warming happen? What is the consequence of global warming? Why does climate change happen? And what occurs because of climate change? So these are cause and effect essays. So particularly this one, it's about advertisement, marketing, that businesses nowadays, that means modern companies, businesses, modern advertisements, they usually emphasize, which means they put stress on the fact that whatever they produce, their products are new, that they are new, that they fill a gap that other products, not only regarding their competitions like other brands, but also in their own brand, their new product is new, is better than their previous products. Even if it's not better, maybe they have a high-end product that they developed last year, but this year they developed a budget-friendly one. Still, it's new, or maybe it has a new feature. So something is new. So this is the background information. So what do we do in an IELTS writing task 2? In the very first paragraph, we paraphrase the background information. This sentence, the first sentence, is a paraphrase of this background information, which is basically the first sentence or the first two sentences of the question. So this is what I wrote. Marketing in today's world. So I wrote, paraphrased, businesses nowadays to marketing in today's world. Typically, which means usually, it's the same as usually, stress on novelty. What is novelty? The new factor, the newness factor. The reason behind being that establishing a gap in the market is crucial to winning over customers. So that's the main reason. Why is this? I also answered this, right? So this is largely positive since it helps a business stand out from its competitors. So I've also answered the next question. See how short my first paragraph is. My introductory paragraph is only about maybe 35 to 40 words. So only two sentences. In the first sentence, not only did I paraphrase the first sentence, which is the background information, but I also gave the reason. See, the reason behind being that establishing a gap in the market is crucial to winning over customers. This is the why. I only wrote one reason. Could I have written more than one reason? Could I have given more than one why. Yes, I could have given two, three, four, five, many reasons. However, I chose not to do that. Why? Not because it makes it more difficult. Yes, it may make it a little more difficult for me to write, but most importantly because of the time. There is a time limit. There's a time limit of 1 hour that you have to complete the first writing task and as well as the second writing task. And even more importantly, even if you are a very fast writer, if you're a very fast typist, still what happens is that if you write a lot, if you type a lot, then there is a good chance that you are writing unnecessary stuff. So maybe you give 3 to 4 reasons, but you do not develop all the reasons. Maybe you develop one or two of the main ideas, but you keep the rest of the main ideas very less developed. Then what will it do? It will drastically decrease your scores. It's in the writing rubric. So whatever main idea you put forward, you should definitely write at least three sentences in writing task 2 for every main idea. So I prefer to write 4 sentences. So let's see what I did. This is my first main idea, and this is the only main idea, the first and last main idea being that it's a gap in the market and it's very important. So is this a positive or a negative development? I did not choose to talk about both the positive and the negative development. I only talked about the positive, but I also said that it's largely positive. It is not 100% positive, but I don't need to talk about all of the sides. Yes, if I wanted to talk about it, I could have given maybe 2 or 3 positive sides and 2 or 3 negative sides, if not more. But again, as I said, do not do this. It takes a lot of time, and also there is a very high chance that you cannot develop all of your main points sufficiently if you write more than necessary. So, how much is necessary? One. Only one main idea is fine for each question. Why is this? Are they saying what are the reasons of this? If they said what are the reasons, then you needed to give two, at least two, maybe 3 or 4, but more than one, because they're asking for the reasons, the plural. But it's just asking for why is this. It may be one reason, it may be because of one reason or 2 or 3 or 4 or 10 or 100, but it is not set, and that's why it's very wise to give just one reason. And also, do you think it is a positive or negative development? So you can think about it only being a positive development or only it being a negative development. You don't have to talk about both. It's completely optional. Yes, you could talk about both, but again, that is not necessary and that is difficult to do sufficiently. Okay, so let's read the second paragraph, which is the first body paragraph. So paragraphing is extremely important on the IELTS writing task 2 as well as writing task 1, but particularly in writing task 2 because you have two questions here. One is the cause, another is for the effect. So I dedicated one paragraph, and you can see it's almost the same length as the second body paragraph. It's a little bigger, but it's almost the same. So it should also be relatively the same. It also looks good, it flows well. So why is this? Why do businesses follow this approach? It is well established not only in the field of marketing but also in general research that one way to advertise a brand is to draw on the newness it offers. This is my topic sentence. So this is the main idea of this why. See, I also wrote it, that establishing a gap in the market, that it is not only well known in marketing, but also in general research that this is of extreme importance to draw on the newness. Some brands, taking Porsche as an example, focus on their luxury line of cars, whereas others like Toyota highlight cost effectiveness as a selling point. So see, I gave examples here. And also this is an explanation of this. So both an explanation and an example in this sentence. It serves a dual purpose. Any new or even established brands, such as the latter being Apple, rely on new features they boast, which means they say with pride, such as every iPhone version pinpointing its latest features so as to make it stand out among its competitors as well as their own previous models. We all know this: iPhone 13, iPhone 14, iPhone 14 Pro. So every single new version will have something new. Otherwise, what is the purpose? What is the reason of buying the new model? Such a way of differentiation by adding new aspects is but fundamental in advertisement. So it's something that is of common sense. Everyone knows that a new product should have some new features. It should offer something new. Otherwise, why will people be motivated to buy them? See how many sentences. One, and then this is the example two, and then I elaborated the example. This is three, and then I linked the whole argument back to the main topic sentence. Four, only four sentences. So this is about the why. Let's go to the second part, which is the effect. So I said that it's a positive effect. It's largely a positive effect. This development is quite positive for the fact that it urges companies to try and develop newer and newer features for profits and even survival. From the perspective of businesses, it is crucial to not only keep enhancing their products but also to find new sides and present these nuances in a captivating manner. This means that shallow upgrades, that means not very not very impactful upgrades. Some people say that actually all the iPhone models, they are not really worth it to buy. So even big companies face this consequence, face such criticism. So that's why shallow upgrades and unnecessary innovations may not be convincing enough to the market, which means to the consumers, without the novelty factors. Yes, something new needs to be there, something new that fills the gap. At the end, what results is a better array of products due to the invisible hand of marketing newness. So again, four sentences, I think. One, and then two, three, four. What was the first sentence about? This was the topic sentence. Always the topic sentence should be the first sentence of an academic essay. And IELTS Writing Task 2 is an academic essay. The second sentence is what? It's an explanation. And then an elaboration, and then finally a link back to the topic sentence. So in the final paragraph, it's a very short paragraph, it will just be a summary, and this last sentence, it's just a suggestion. Let's read. In summation, highlighting the new properties of a product is a common strategy nowadays used by companies to convince buyers to do business with them. This is ultimately a step in the right direction as it helps boost the quality of said products. Very simple, right? I think you all can follow my structure, and I already talked about my structure, my templates for writing task 2. You can check out the video in the description. And I just wanted to take this moment to to go through an entire essay so that you know more in detail about it. And also, as you can see here, I have every single essay type sample here in this document. If anybody is interested, you can talk to me, you can reach out to me via email. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed and hope you stay with me on my journey to become more fluent in English. Subscribe.